It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and today's hike will be up the Cohab Canyon trail here at Capitol Reef National Park. I think they say it's a 3.7 mile trail, 400 feet elevation, 450 feet, something like that. So let's go explore this place. It's a very popular trail, very scenic. Let's head up. And right up ahead of us, as we approach the trail, we have these deer frolicking in the pasture. Look at them. They're just having a good old time out there. Deer at play. Here they come again. And I'm walking up the road from the campsite to get to the trailhead, but we come across this awesome rock fall right here. I figure we'll take a look at this. I love this gray rock mixed in. The colors here are just incredible. I understood from some of the information that the gray rock is because there was less oxygen in the soil at that time, so it didn't turn red. But this is just a little treat before we get to the trail itself. So we've reached the trailhead, and the good news is I see it's only 1.7 miles to the Hickman Bridge trailhead, and it's a little shorter than I thought, so that's a 3.4 plus the little extras. Here is the National Park sign here. Very simple hike, really. Here's a map. We're going to begin here. Here's the campground where we started. Head up these switchbacks, up the canyon, over here to Hickman Bridge, which is a trail Kathy and I did a few years ago. And then on the way back, we'll try to catch this spur if we can find it, and head over to the North Overlook, and then back out. So here we go. Up the Cohab Canyon Trail. Steep in the beginning, I understand, and we'll see how she goes. That ridge on the left there that's lit up, that's where the trail went that I discovered yesterday, the Fremont Gorge Overlook Trail, which I did a piece of that. Incredible scenery up there. And here we have the volcanic boulders that are so predominant around here. So many millions of years ago, they were dumped here basically, but you see they had a journey because look how rounded they are. So they were rounded out and deposited here. And here we can see a little piece of the Fremont Gorge Viewpoint Trail as it ascends to that flat plateau there. There's a little piece of the trail. Continues across this plateau. Very pretty up there, lots of wildflowers, beautiful. And it looks like we've come up the bulk of those switchbacks. We'll see. Flattens out just a little bit. Looking forward to this. I've never hiked this trail before. And we'll see the Cohab Canyon shortly. This is pretty awesome here, walking next to these sheer cliffs on our left and the rock fall on the right. As we continue to climb steadily, and we're just about to enter into the canyon on our left. Little sunlight pushing through. And here it is. Bright sunlight. Let's head in there. Okay. It's a very easy stroll at this point. We're just walking along the bottom of the canyon here. Huge walls on either side, especially on the left. These pockmarked walls. Mini slot canyon there. Little tight. Oh yeah, it's a little slot. It's about 12 inches wide right there. Goes a little deeper. Not much, it looks like. Always fascinating, these slots. Let's head on. Here we found another slot canyon, just a few feet away from the other. A little wider. Apparently there's lots of nooks and crannies here to explore. Oh yeah, she gets pretty tight down there. With the backpack and all, I don't know if I'm going to go much further than this. I can just barely fit between here. A little pool of water at our feet. Okay, yeah, looks like I can get just a little bit more in there. We're going to stop here today. Just a little exploration. We'll get back on the main course. And here's another small slot. This one looks interesting as we get to the back. You see we have the clearly defined colors of the rock here. And they invite us to climb a little higher. So let's take a look up here. Luckily, everything's very dry. Good traction today. All right. And it goes up beyond there. I'm going to shut this for a second. All right, so we took this little slot. Well, to the max I'm willing to go. You'd have to climb over that rock and beyond. That's a little more technical. But here is the end, in essence, of this little slot. I'm going to turn around and take a look in the other direction. So here's the view looking back toward the main trail. So I'm going to try to film this. We'll see if we can film climbing out of here. It's not that difficult, but still don't want to twist an ankle or anything. With one hand, it's going to be tricky. All right, so here's the steeper part. All right, so I think I'm going to shut this as I work my way through here. All right, so at almost 68 years old, we're not doing too bad. Come down this little slick rock here. So again, there are lots of little nooks and crannies you can discover here. Just want to be mindful of the plants. Okay, and things are opening up a little bit here. I'm going to estimate we're about halfway through this trail on the way out. Things change just a bit. The walls on the sides are fading away. Let's see what's up ahead. It's always good on these hikes every once in a while to stop and turn around. A whole different perspective behind you. And at this point, we're out of the wash. And we're going to be following some cairns for a little bit. Not much. And we're about a mile in, and we've reached the junction to the Frying Pan Trail. So named because it's hot up there. We're heading, and we're going to continue on the Cohab Canyon Trail. Looks like a half a mile to go to the Hickman Bridge parking lot. Let's take a look. Really remarkable trail here. A lot of different features. You never know what's around the next bend. Seen a few little lizards running around. That's about it. And there is the Hickman Bridge Trail parking lot. Trail follows the Fremont River there for just a little bit, and then switchbacks up that rock face in front of us. You may see a couple of hikers there on the right hand side heading up the trail. And the trail heads up in that direction in front of those sandstone cliffs, continues to the left and out to the bridge. Outstanding hike if you're ever so inclined. And here are some people heading down the Hickman Bridge Trail. And right there in the sunlight at the end of the road is the Capitol Dome. One reason they named this park Capitol Reef is it reminded early settlers of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. I'm going to stop hiking in this direction at this point. We don't really need to go completely down to the parking lot, so I'm going to turn back around. We're going to head back up the canyon, the Cohab Canyon, and we're going to try to find that spur trail to the right and go to an overlook, and then we'll go ahead and hike out. And with the sun at our back now, we're going to get some beautiful color as we head west. There he goes. I'm back at the junction of the Frying Pan Trail, and as we head down this way, really straight across this little canyon is what looks like it is the trail up to the overlook. I think the south overlook. So we're going to head down this little canyon into this little gorge a little bit and pick up that trail if possible. Let's go. Okay, this appears to be it. Right here in this red dirt. There's a little cairn there to give us some confirmation. Unfortunately, it's going to involve another climb. Well, let's head up here and take a look from the top. Nice color and design as we head up. Well, life is all about decisions. So I decided I'm going to head to the right and check out the north overlook. I don't know, to my sense of direction it seems more like the south overlook, but I'm going to head to the right and we'll see what this overlook looks like. They say it's the north overlook. We're up on a grassy plateau right now. Let's say small bushes. Capitol Dome in the background. Hickman Trail to the left. And those sandstone cliffs somewhere. And the overlook is coming up. You can see already we get a pretty good view to the left. Let's continue. And this seems to be the spot. So maybe this is the north overlook, because if we look to our left, I think that's primarily north. Oh boy, what a view. Worth a few tenths of a mile off the trail to get up here. That would be Route 24 right down there below us. And there again is that ridge right about over here that I walked yesterday. The Fremont Gorge Overlook Trail. You can see the trail scarring the landscape there heading up. Fremont River below us. Take it in for a minute. And as we look in the other direction toward the sun, you may see the Hickman Bridge parking lot in the center. A few cars down there. And I'm not quite sure where the Hickman Bridge is, but I suspect, because Kathy and I did that hike a couple of years back, I suspect it's just to the right of this pointy cliff here. I think it's down in this gorge right here. That's my best guess. That looks familiar. All right, so that was so short. I'm going to go ahead and check out the other overlook. And the good thing about this decision in life is I'm going to go ahead and hang a right here and see the other overlook. Why not? Here's the sign. Let's head to the right. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and follow these little rock guides down these steps here. It's very helpful with these cairns because this would be a tricky place to find without them. Looks like this way. Ah, some shade. Okay. There are a couple of my hiking buddies up there. We've been leapfrogging each other a little bit here. So I'm not sure if there's an exact spot. That's the south overlook here, but it's a big expansive rock outcropping here, so Guess you could take your pick anywhere out here. I decided to head in this direction. Again, there's an excellent view of the Fremont Gorge overlook trail. You can see the trees where we started from, way down there. The campground is just to the left. And there is the park road heading in the direction of Torrey. And I'm going to just step over here a bit. Lots of rocks. Colorful, colorful rocks. So the other viewpoint was out there somewhere. And here, what's interesting, right there where that red car is in the parking lot, that is the parking area for the petroglyph trail. And you might see the little boardwalk to the right of the cars. And you can go over there. Petroglyphs are very easy to see on the wall right there and along that boardwalk. Maybe Kathy and I will take another look over there before we leave. We have a few more days here at Capitol Reef. We hope to get that Gifford House pie. Yesterday they had run out. Today it's going to be too late again, I think. We'll see. But we'll get that pie. That's a reward that everybody likes to get. So at this point, I'm going to head back down the trail, maybe take a few more shots, and we'll conclude our little journey this morning. Now look at what somebody did to mark this trail. Something about this, these little tiny rocks diminishing, reminds me of the cat in the hat. Somebody had a lot of fun with this. All right, heading down. Back on the Cohab Canyon trail, heading back. Got the light at our back now, it's beautiful. This is a beautiful spot right here. I don't know, I probably filmed it on the way in and on the way out, who knows. But it's just beautiful. So we're heading out. I'm going to estimate with the campground walking and the overlook trails, little slot canyons, This is probably going to top out around 5 miles for the entire trip. Absolutely wonderful journey. So incredibly scenic. Beautiful blue skies today. There goes another lizard. Lizards everywhere. The green, the rock colors. There goes another guy. Beautiful. Do this hike if you get a chance. We may film a little bit more on the way out, but hope you enjoy this trail as much as I did. The Cohab Canyon Trail in Capitol Reef National Park.